Hello and welcome back to Dog's Life. This is Bio Enchanted once again, as we move on to the second area of Boom City, the Boom City Park. So let's head there now. Take a last look at the station. Upset a trash can on the way. And stare blankly at a wall. I don't recall, I think I was looking at that dog treat, I think that was there, or a box, something, little weird thing floating in the corner. I don't know what that was, some kind of artifact I'm assuming. So let's move on to Boom City Park. So here we are. The park is relatively small. It's also relatively open, which can make finding the purple scents a little annoying at times. So we're going to go around the edge first of all to find these purples, because these can be some of the most elusive, because of just how big they are. How spread out they are is what I meant. So let's just upset this bin to get this done. And we're going to be very careful of them two over there. You may see them. The dog catcher and his Doberman. We need to be very careful of those two because they are much harder here than anywhere else. If we get caught, there's a very good chance we will not be able to escape unscathed. So I'm just going to be very paranoid about them as we collect these purple scents on this side of the road first. Now, this is a rather mean thing. There is a purple scent that's kind of a little bit past them in a weird position. It's the only, as you can see right here, it's the only scent in this area. It's the only thing in this area. Without this, you wouldn't need to go anywhere near those two, but here you have to kind of squeak just past their hitbox, weirdly. And I don't like the placement there at all. It's just a little bit mean. Due to the way they behaved in the earlier levels, you may guess that they are, once again, playing gatekeepers for the next area. And you may guess from how imposing that gate looks, that is a dog pound. We will come to that in due time. So let's explore these terraces and this police station to find the varying scents and see what else we can find SciQuest related stuff as well. There's the kennel in this little corner here, leading towards the next area. This woman has the most unfortunate texture for her face, but we will see her in a minute. Just grabbing the rest of these purple scents here because they are nightmare to find otherwise.
Hey, my kittens have run away. Can you pick them up and put them back inside my apartment? I'm too slow to catch them.
Yep. This is a really annoying side quest, but one we can't quite do yet. We don't have the right tools. But we'll come back to her. That one's perhaps the most stressful, but we'll see that when we see it. As you can see, we have a lot more light pillars, so a lot more bones to collect. So let's get on that now. First of all, we'll finish exploring on the outside though, because there's still some purple scents to get around here. Those are something I finally decided to show off, because I just decided to experiment a little bit with something to see if it did anything. This little green scent in here, these parrots.
Where were you brought up? In a kennel?
Yeah, weirdly, the parrots respond to your barking. I haven't figured out anything else that they do. But it's interesting that they at least do that. They're not just there to make annoying noises, they do have little quips they can make as well. And again, that's a little attention to detail thing that's interesting but completely pointless. They're mostly just there to make annoying noises as you pass by them and just try to ignore them. So let's actually explore the park itself now. Yeah, this is a park in a very kind of this is the most English, probably, area of Boom City. A tiny little square of grass in the middle of a bunch of terraces. This is pretty much how England looks. Right down to the rain. I quite like the rain because it's a unique environmental effect that no other place has. The rain is only found in Boom City Park. So let's collect these purples around here to this corner. That one was kind of cheeky. And we have a musician over here who's guarding a couple apparently, or they're guarding him, like sentries.
Hey, you little dude. I've like lost all my sheets of music. Lousy wind blew them away. Can you find them for me? That would be like so wicked.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
But like, be cool, little dude. Boom City can be real nasty. The dogs round here keep like disappearing.
And here's our major side quest for this area, another musician. This one with a slightly less obnoxious accent, but it's still getting there. So let's miss that bone apparently, don't know what happened there. And collect a few more of these purples while
Smells like a
we see what else we can do in the park. Primarily finding those music sheets. I kind of like the park because it makes Boom City a massive contrast to the rest of the game. The rest of the game was largely wide open areas with a few odd buildings here and there. Miniwala was mostly white with a few small buildings and a few larger ones in some of the more built up areas, but still mostly just white fields of snow.
Hey, my
Clarksville
music!
was just a farm.
Wicked! Thanks, little dude!
The name is Jake, you doofus, not Lil Dude.
I like the delivery on that line, by the way. I kind of like this little track, it's kind of chill. I was saying, but Boom City is the complete opposite. It is mostly built up, very grey, very drab, and bad weather as well. But it has one little square of green right in the middle, which I find it helps a lot with the feeling of the area being climactic and final, because it's completely different to the other areas in a way that I found was kind of clever. And it feels appropriate to the game as well, of course. A story like this is going to end in the big city.
More music! You are truly wicked, little dude. There's 3 more pieces, though.
I'm just getting a few of these scents done well. Also, here I was trying to get a sniff on her to see how many bones she had, but it wasn't working for some reason. He just wouldn't. He apparently didn't want to smell her.
Thanks, little dude.
Apparently she smells
Only
like peaches.
2 more left. Go for it.
Ooh, recognizable. We have the Dog's Life's main theme here. The acoustic version. Well, enough of that. We have a couple more music pieces to find. We're going to go for this one first, in the middle of the statue area. This one's completely off-center. I don't know what happened there. It's cutting off the music note.
Sweet! One more piece would be awesomely wicked.
This song is a particularly special one for this game. It is called Daisy's Elegy. It is unfortunately a funeral march for Daisy. I'm just messing with you, this game wouldn't do anything like that. I don't know what that song's called, but I kind of like it because it's very different to the other songs in the whole game. And here's the final one, hidden in someone's garden, which is a little bit mean because you wouldn't think to look there. Unless you already knew it was near there. Especially because all the others have been hidden in the park itself.
All right, little dude. I'm gonna write a song about you. I'll call it The Awesomely Wicked Dog. Yeah.
You do that, Pooh Brain. Meanwhile, I'm off to find Daisy. Something tells me she's not too far away.
And here's our bone from this guy. Now let's say goodbye to Musical Moron while we explore more of the park and find the final scent. I was surprised with myself here because I was expecting this to be one of the more confused areas when it came to flow, but I actually managed to make it flow rather well. Because when on previous playthroughs of this area, I have got completely lost trying to find that last purple scent. Because again, I didn't start, most of the time I'd make the mistake of not starting with the outskirts of the area. I'll start in the park and then get lost trying to find the remaining purple scent out on the street. Luckily I didn't fall into that same pattern here. So here we go, let's get the rest of these blues. This one I was kind of dreading for the aftermath of this.
What?
But for now, it's just a digging game, which aren't so bad, these are quite fun. This is also, I believe, the last digging game, so enjoy it. This one is a little longer than the others, even though it's another 10 Mark 1, the marks are much further away from each other. And it's following a full circuit around the bandstand. So let's get through that circuit. And it also crosses over itself multiple times. And the pattern is not dissimilar to a few stars I've seen drawn. It makes it visually interesting. Quite like we generally place the markers in places that make sense. I didn't make the mistake of accidentally placing one on the pavement to anywhere the Jake couldn't dig. That's a nice little touch, that they're generally careful where they actually place the markers. So there we go. And we have completely trounced her.
Right. I'm a dog. There are kittens out there. Let's catch 'em.
This is the most stressful of all the minigames in the entire game. Because these cats do not stay still, there are 5 of them, and you may have noticed the woman's apartment does not have a closing front door. They will wander out of the apartment while you're collecting the other ones, and that is so annoying. On the practice one of this, I actually had to fail it the first time, but then redo it the second time, and the second time the kittens were close enough to the house to just get them all in. Like, you'd think there'd be a trick to it, like, oh, you just have to get them in the couches or something and they'll stay still, but no, they just don't. They're constantly trying to walk out. This woman with the unfortunate face also has this really unfortunate side quest, which, while it's not necessarily the hardest side quest, it's just the most stressful and least fun. Because it's literally juggling cats and herding them at the same time. You know what they say about herding cats. So yeah, we've got our quintessential crazy cat lady. Not quite as crazy cat lady as Miss Peaches, but she's getting there. You'll see in a minute the point where this game starts to fall flat, at least this minigame rather. Because as you can see, they're almost all starting to walk out already. And you have to have all 5 of them in the house at the same time, so it's really easy to get lost trying to find that last kitten, then try to round the rest of them up again and just run out of time trying to literally juggle cats, and it's just awkward. Very awkward. So I was kind of surprised with my performance here. Especially when that happened. that has done it.
My hero. Now I can feed them. Did you know that Miss Peachy is about to launch a new kind of cat food? I heard it on the radio.
I love her hideous dress. Just the cat
Like
menagerie there. It's like the Cat Fingers episode of Steven Universe, but in dress form. And it's amazingly bad. Not quite as bad as that little girl in the village houses, who's just literally looked like a plastic bag draped around her body. But there you go. Now, at least that woman's dress looks like a dress, even if it is a very ugly one. So let's chase this
no
dog down now.
Baby. Jakey has superior bone power. 3, 2.
Yeah, as you can see there, she has 60 bones to our loads. So let's easily catch up with her, despite the fact that she's supposed to be faster than us. One thing I do quite like is that the bones wobble in the bowls, which implies that they actually have physics to them. Which is interesting to me, that they actually bothered to give the bones physics, not just spawn them in as like static objects. It's probably so that when they, if multiple bones spawn at once in a single dog bowl, they'll start spilling out instead of overlapping with each other and causing problems.
Go for it, guy.
Yeah, this is perhaps my least favourite of these challenges because of this nonsense. Because that's just going to stay there the rest of the challenge. And that's just going to make us sit in it. She's a vindictive dog, this one. And of course, Gus Jake is, as we all know, an idiot. He will quite easily follow suit and not even think about the fact that he's currently laying in it. Bad dog. I do quite like this beg though. It's pretty swag.
Now you go.
I saw that little spin and the ta-da thing. It's just such an adorable bag. While the minigame itself is terrible, because of the fact that it makes you shit yourself right at the beginning of it, at least the bag is worth it. And that pickup pump is pretty much there to trick you into picking up your own poop, which I'm not doing, so... Let's just move on. Collect this last bone, while Jake gets stuck inside his house trying to get to it. And there we have 109 bones. And now we have finished with the park entirely. We actually only have one more area of Boom City to go before the finale area. You saw the road leading off from here. That's where we'll be going next time. So, now we have explored the park fully, which was an interesting area. It's got some mildly annoying minigames, but not that bad when you know what you're doing. But here we go.